first. L port is, thank you. L port we can give any number, no? Like 4-digit number, or we can go with 2-digit number.
As far as I know, I've tried only 4-digit number. I didn't try a 2-digit or 3-digit.
Okay.
I'm not particularly sure about that one. I've tried only 4-digit.
No, we
And
can
they're
give any
given-
port number, but let us not use some default port numbers.
Okay, okay.
Now the
Thank you.
Okay. So you can just check with whether how it is been stored. You can just give a command as ls. So it says it's been stored in pictures. Raghu.php has been created. So for command, you can give cat space Raghu.php. So if you want to inside the file, if you want to view it, so that is the command. So here it says IP has been set to 137.128 and port is 6767. So inside Raghu.php, these are all the contents has been stored. Okay. Now the preparing a payload has been done. Now we have to start Metasploit command. So for that, before that, we need to pull service. So service post gre SQL and start. Kali. So MSF console. This is a command for Metasploit framework. It will take a couple of minutes to retrieve the data. So in my system, around 2014 experts are there and 6 payloads is 616. So we need to use multi-handler. So now it has been configured to generic shell reverse underscore TCP. We have to configure to PHP reverse TCP. For that, you have to retrieve the command. So to retrieve the command of payloads, give show payloads. So it will list all the payloads numbers from around 616 payloads. It's going to list. So you need to search for PHP. So it has been arranged as per alphabetical order. So I'm in PHP. I'm checking for Meterpreter reverse. See, if you see the number 292, it says, so number is 292 and description is payload / PHP / Meterpreter / reverse TCP. Either you can copy this or based on this number, you can set it. I will set it based on the number. So here we have to set payload 292. So it is in set. So show space options. So above this name field, see here payload option is been set to PHP Meterpreter reverse TCP. So yellow has to be set. Here it says required. S means we have to set manually, like, and L port by default it is 4444. But in Raghu.php we have given some other port number. So that port number has to be set here. So for that we need to set hello host Kali Linux IP address. 37,128. Set L port. So if you don't remember that port number, just go back, open the folder. See, I'm just opening raghu.php. So here you can view, it is 6767. Close it. Again, give show space options. So now again cross check, payload is been set to PHP interpreter reverse TCP, LOS is been set and L port. Next is just give exploit. So session won't be started until unless you execute raghu.php in DVWA site. Go back to DVWA. So browse. So Raghu, open, upload. So now the file has been uploaded. Check here. The session is not started. So to start the session, we have to execute the file. Copy the path, file path, paste it, and just execute. Now if you go and check, see, Metasploit session 1 opened. So that means we are now accessing Metasploit system, like for type sysinfo. So it will display the details. So just give help for other commands. Based on these commands, if you want to list the directory, so if you want to download directory files, so you can use these commands. So that's all exploitation of this file uploads.
Thank you, Raghu.
Adi Ajay here. I have one doubt.
Yes.
Hi, Ajay.
Can we, for example, let's say we have a file extension with the txt. To find the exploit or the vulnerability, can we upload a double extensions? Can we try with a double extension? Is it possible in this landscape?
See, double extension, we use it to bypass something. Okay.
Okay.
Bypass in the sense, as of now, we are able to upload .html, right?
Okay.
Assume like they have implemented whitelisting. Whitelisting means they accept only JPEG. If you give .html, .exe or .js, the application will not accept. Okay. They would have implemented client-side validation. So one of the prevention mechanism to avoid this kind of vulnerabilities is implement input filtering or input sanitization. Okay. These are also important prevention mechanisms, which we are going to discuss. So in that case, what happens? We have to use a tool called Burpsuit.
Okay. So somewhere I read.
Yes, Burpsuit will act as an interceptor between client and server. So every request, whatever you trigger, it will go to the Burpsuit. From Burpsuit, in the front end, we would have given like .html, .jpeg, double extension. After we enter the details from the front end, it will go to the, before reaching the server, it will go through proxy. Proxy again will revert it to normal extension. That's like, in case if you want to bypass the front end validation, that is in the client side. Server side validation, Burpsuite is not going to help us. There are some other mechanisms for that. Double extension, yes, one of the mechanism to bypass client side validation.
Okay, thank you.
Ajay, you are pinging me yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You let me know if you have any questions. We can discuss it here.
No, not
Not regarding this.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll catch up offline.
Okay, thank you.
Other members, where are we? How many of you are able to get the Meterpreter session? Can I get the answer in the chat window? One more thing, for your job perspective, no one are going to ask you the session. To be frank, you should know how to test the file upload functionality. Okay. Exploitation is for your practice, just to have an end-to-end understanding. We need to have the lab setup, then you need to have the working DVWA and Kali Linux, and you have to understand these Metasploit and MSF to make this lab working. Try it out. If you're successful up to .html, .php, that is also fine. Don't worry about exploitation. Don't spend much time also on the exploitation. Exploitation is for real hacking purpose. Finding vulnerability is for job purpose and interview purpose. Okay. So I'll give you 5 minutes of time. Already I have covered this concept. What are the different scenarios you try if there is a file upload functionality? Understood? The question is, I'll ask you in another way. You have to come up with scenarios. Okay. Okay, let me share the screen. Live streaming app allows all users to upload .mp4 videos to the file uploads. However, download or streaming is allowed only for subscribed members. List down possible vulnerabilities or possible scenarios that you can test to find vulnerabilities. Hope everyone has understood the question. In case if you are not able to understand, let me know. I can explain you one more time. First of all, is the question clear? First scenario, I am one of the normal user, upload .mp3. Check whether it succeeds or not. Second scenario, MP4 is there. Assume like maximum limit of MP4 file is 700 MB. Max 700 MB. So what I do, upload 710 MB. This is one more scenario. Like this, I want you to try all the scenarios for doing penetration testing or vulnerability assessment. Is the question clear? First of all, is the question clear? Everyone knows live streaming apps, right? YouTube, then Disney Hotstar, Prime Videos. These are all called live streaming apps. So one of the live streaming app, I didn't give the name. They are allowing the users to upload these videos. Once you are uploaded, they are giving the other users to do the live streaming, but not to all the users, only for the subscribed members. Subscribed means paid members. This is the scenario. Now you need to come up with the scenario. This is the one of the use case. You need to come up with the scenarios where the probable defect can be seen. Okay, then 5 minutes. Try it out. If not, I'll tell you the scenarios. Already we did the lab. Already we have finished the lab. Now you have to just analyze that lab and tell me what are the possible scenarios you can try. I'll try to list down here as and then you give the answers. My network is not stable. Let me see. Are you guys able to hear me? Message is okay, but are you able to hear me? Yes, fine. Go ahead. Give me the scenarios. This is how the interview questions are asked. They don't tell you like, okay, Suguna says other formats. Okay. Try for other formats or extensions. Be specific. Like I try with .html, .css, .js, .exe. Okay. Fourth scenario. Satish, virus files. Exactly. Virus files, we have to upload and check whether it is taking it or not. Fifth scenario. Encrypted files. Encrypted or password protected files. Any other scenarios? I would expect one answer from each one of you. Zero size files, audio files, cross size script files. Yes. So we can upload backdoors. Backdoor means we have used MSF Venom, right? Check whether it is taking or not. Empty files, that is also one case. Give me the scenarios, not only about uploading. What did we do for exploitation? You upload the files, then we try for the execution, right? I want you to find the defects. For that defects, what scenarios do you check? That's it. Anything else I have covered, which should not be scan for viruses done. As and then you give more scenarios, the interviewer will be impressed. That's it. Still, there are 3 to 5 scenarios are there. CSV files. Okay, upload CSV files. CSV file upload, I say. Anything else? Once we are done with it, we are going to cover one more vulnerability today. Encrypted zip file is covered. HTTP files, what does it mean? URLs it will not take. We have to locate the file. Text file, different extension, it is covered. That's it. Any other scenarios? How about Scenarios means you need to, if the scenario is not working, it is a defect. Are we not looking for the path? Server path where files are uploaded. We are looking for it, right? You need to check for the server path. If it is getting displayed, is it a defect or not? Definitely that is a vulnerability. We are able to exploit because we know the path where exactly these files are getting uploaded. Execution, it is covered. Then root path. What is the root of the server? Okay, location. That is also you need to look. Sensitive paths. And then one last scenario is there. I would have already covered. Let me see in case if anyone answers this. 2 minutes. I told the example of LinkedIn, not LinkedIn. What is that? WhatsApp. One very important feature of file uploads. Anyone remember? Satish, uploading, is there any change in the file name? Yes, exactly. Satish Raghavendra. Naming convention, did I tell you anything? We should not store with same name. Don't store the files with same name. The name should get changed after you upload to the server. Okay. We are able to do the exploitation because the naming convention is same. I am able to find out what is the name of the file after the upload, right? So the implementation should be like, don't store the files with the same name. Try to change it with a different name. Anything else? I discussed one more feature which is very important for you to test. Not about the data format. APK, iframe, size, everything covered. Script payload. No. Have you forgot? You didn't refer my first week video about this exploitation. Have you heard of dedicated server? Check if you are storing the files in dedicated server. Separate server we have to store. We should not store it in the same web server or database server. What will happen if you are saving all these files in the same server as that of the web server? If there is any kind of exploitation along with that server, even your web server or database servers also gets compromised. If it is a dedicated server, we are trying to reduce the impact. Understood? These are some of the scenarios which you try for the upload. How about only subscribed members can download or live stream these videos? What scenarios do you come up? These are all the real-time cases, guys. Don't come back again saying like what is meant by real-time. Instead of DVWA, they give you something like ICICI, SBI, or Aadhaar.com, something like that. You need to know which all the features are there. Based on that, live streaming, what do you do? normal user, as a normal user, you can try some scenarios, right? Check for paths for the licensed ones. Then sitemap. Sitemap means website will be there, and then you try to see what are the different folders and files that will be there in the website sitemap. With that, you and also try to access those files. Directory browsing. Then privilege escalation. Privilege escalation means we are going to discuss this later. For now, just remember, because we got the scenario, I am explaining you these cases. Privilege escalation means you got permissions for Telugu. Somehow the URL looks like this: livestream.com/TL/mp4. Something like some movie name. What is that? Robo. Your URL looks like this, and you want to watch the same movie in Tamil, or else say like that. It is like this. You want to watch the same movie in Tamil, or you want to download the same movie in Tamil. What do you do in this URL? What is the change you perform? That's it. Just replace Telugu with Tamil. You don't have the subscription for other language, but still forcibly you are trying to download it. Definitely, if you are able to get it, that's it. You are able to download. So these kind of scenarios you have to try, which is nothing but privilege escalation. These authorization issues, we are going to cover it later. Okay, so we are done with file uploads functionality and prevention mechanism. Even if you want to put a secure design for the application, you need to say like whitelist only the allowed types, restrict the file size, and then don't allow any kind of virus files. Scan the files before you store it in the server. Check if any of these files are encrypted or password protected. If those are password protected, don't allow. Check for the file extensions, check for the file empty files. Don't give permissions for the end user to execute these uploaded files. Okay. Then again, related to file extension, server path. Don't disclose any kind of sensitive file paths to the end user. Root path location. This is also related to path. Okay. Don't store the file names with the same extension. Dedicated server. Ensure like you provide dedicated server for storing the files. Then when it comes to live streaming, these are some of the examples. We are going to cover a few more once we are done with privilege escalation. And there is one more concept called IDOR. This is all about file upload functionality and unrestricted file upload vulnerability. Okay, great. Next concept, launch your DUW application. We'll do one more lab today. Simple one, very easy one. Assume like you are one of the user for Facebook or Gmail. When I say Facebook, definitely the Facebook server is an operating system. And if you log into that operating system, how many users will be there? Not the end users, operating system users. For example, if I say take Windows operating system, this one, I think manage computer management, right click, open, run as administrator. I want to see the list of users in this computer, local users. So this is an operating system, my local operating system. There are some users like admin, administrator, Alex, default account. computer management. You have to go to start menu and type manage, something like that, or right click on your PC, personal computer, my computer, and then you get manage option. Like this also you can launch. Basically, it is like you have a computer and how many users can log into your computer. Even facebook.com on the back end, the website is hosted in a server, one of the servers, right? That server has some multiple users. Now, as an end user, let me first log into MSF admin. Now, go back to Kali Linux, log into Kali Linux. All of you check in your computer, how many users are there in your computer? Local users. Try it out now and then let me know. If you talk about my PC, I go here, I search for my computer or PC, then click on manage. The moment you launch manage, you go to the local users and users. Total 6 users are there. Okay. Groups, multiple groups are there. Don't worry about that. I want the total count of total number of users in your computer, in your physical OS, that is laptop. Gangadhar, 5 users. Okay. Well, most of the computers has only 5 users. Oblesh, Ganesh. If it is office laptop, you should be able to see some users with the domain, like amazon.com/Hari, something like that. Most of the users are 5 users. Okay. Okay. The question is, there are 5 users in your computer. Do you like to share the passwords of those 5 users to other people? I am the attacker or the hacker. If I am able to get your passwords, usernames and passwords, is that a security breach? Yes or no? If yes, what all can be affected out of CIA? There are 2 questions. Is that a security issue? Yes or no? If yes, out of CIA, how many got compromised? I got to know the users and passwords of your computer. You remember the security principles, CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Which ones are compromised? Question is very simple. Everyone has your laptops. I come to know the username and password of your laptops. Is that a security issue? That yes or no? If yes, what are the security principles that got compromised? If no, what is the reason? Definitely, this is a security issue. I don't like to share my username and password to the external users. Then if it is shared, they can do anything, right? I can access the data, delete the data. So confidentiality, integrity is compromised. How about availability? I can log into this computer like this. There is one more user. right click, I can delete the user. The moment I delete some user, he will not be able to access the system. What will happen? Availability is impacted, or I can delete some service. I can delete some data. Availability gets compromised. So all three is the correct answer. The challenge here is keep this in mind. Okay. Always remember usernames and passwords of a computer are sensitive information that should not be shared to the external users. Keeping this in mind, I'll give you one lab you have to perform now. Launch Firefox. We need to try with DBW application. Everyone knows, right, how to launch to DBWA login. You can use admin and password or Gordon B and ABC123. Password is password. Scroll down. Ensure DBWA security is set to low. Now go to the I'll show you two tabs. You need to find out the vulnerabilities in both the tabs. Okay. File inclusion. Some functionality is there. Okay. And you need to find a vulnerability in this page. There is nothing you can enter. Only thing what you can perform is you can play around this path. Okay. File inclusion is there. That is one. Other one is command execution. Command execution means you can give some domain. It will try to check whether it is accessible or not. Ping command. Why do we use ping? PING, ping. ICMP ping. Do you guys remember why do we use ping? If you want to check some system is reachable or not, we use ping. For example, I launch command prompt from my base OS, CMD, enter, connectivity, yes, connectivity. Ping space, I want to check if google.com can be reachable or not. Definitely Google is reachable. I get some response. We are able to get the reply. I sent 4 and I received the 4 packets, 0 loss, which means that I am able to connect to the google.com. You give something which doesn't exist, Google XYZ. This is not there. Definitely that it will time out. Will not be able to reach. Ping request failed. So ping will check whether some system can be reachable or not. Connectivity check. Okay. The same thing you can try it in this ping for free. Means this is a functionality. Some people who doesn't know how to use command prompt, they can check like this, google.com. It will check whether the connectivity exists from your system to google.com. Sent 3, received 3. This is also working correctly. This is the input text field. Try out SQL injection, try out process script, anything else. That's it, right? I want you to find vulnerability in OS command page and file inclusion page. 2 pages are there at a time. If you can find some vulnerability, post it in the chat window. Your time starts now. There are 2 pages that have been given to you based on your understanding on the vulnerabilities so far. Try it out. Give alphanumeric characters, special characters, bypassing characters, space and some characters. Whatever you do, try to find out a defect, security defect. That is the objective. Is the question clear? Understood? If you didn't understand the question, let me know. Welcoming for tomorrow's session. Ensure everyone has a Windows 7 ISO file downloaded. Windows 7 ISO file downloaded in your computer. I'm going to explain about Windows 7 exploitation, and I'll explain you how to set up the lab. Or else you can try it at your home to set up the Windows 7. Just listen, later you can try the lab. File, select new virtual machine, select next. You need to select ISO file option, insert installer disk image file. Okay, ISO file, browse. You need to locate the Windows 7 ISO file which you would have downloaded 1 week back or which you have copied from us. So I downloaded in documents, I guess. No, virtual machines, Windows 7. No, not here. Under tools, see tools, lab setup. So here is the Windows 7 ISO file. SW DVD 5 SA Windows 7 Enterprise 7 SP1. Some naming convention is there. Whatever is the link I have given you, disk image file. Select that. Windows 7 x64 detected. Select next. Don't give any product key. Select Windows 7 Enterprise. Then name Alex. Either you can give Alex, or if you want to overwrite Alex, you can give your favorite name. Give some simple password like 12345 welcome 123 or ABCD. Some password you give ABCD and confirm the password. It is like the login user you are creating and creating the password. Click next. Do you want to proceed without the product key? Yes. And ensure your location you point to some drive which has a space. Don't go with default. If you have the D drive, try to locate D drive and give some name like images. That's it. Okay. After selecting the path, select next. Let it be 60 GB. Let it be split. Again, click next. That's it. If you want to customize the RAM, set it to 1 GB. Hard disk 60 GB. If you want to customize, click on customize and then modify the RAM and click on finish. The moment you finish, OS installation will start, which will go for 15 to 20 minutes. With that, your Windows 7 system is ready. That's it. Refer this video and then get the Windows 7 system ready for tomorrow. If you have any challenges, post it in the group by taking the screenshot. So 2 things I am giving you for tomorrow's assignment. One is Windows 7 lab setup. The other one is command execution page is there and file inclusion page is there. You have to find vulnerabilities in these 2 pages. Try it out. Not necessarily that you have to find the vulnerability. Give a try. If you are not able to do it, I'll explain you in tomorrow's session. Is it clear? Yes. What is the assignment for tomorrow's task? ISO setup and vulnerabilities on those 2 pages. Confirm me once it is done. If you are good with respect to the questions, answers, you can take the entire day to come up with the answers. If you didn't understand the question, let me know. I'll explain you one more time. Next week, I'm going to do the revision session for those who has missed the initial classes. First 2 weeks, some of you have missed the sessions, right? In the evening hours, I myself will take the revision for 1 week. Then later Gayatri will continue, or else I'll do the revision. And if you have any questions or queries, she is going to help you. Because so many people has joined in the last 1 week, I want you guys to be in parallel in the same level during our training. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Yes, I'll upload it immediately. And in case of any dues with respect to the course fees, try to make it immediately. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.